welcome back to my channel. So before I even talk about this video, if you're interested in anything with this makeup look, the actual like eyeshadow and like the rest of my face is going to be with the like makeup video that created me, inspired by Crash by Kaylani. So that's where, if you want to like see like the designs I did and my eyeshadow and stuff, that's where the video is. But if you're interested in like concealer and stuff, I did a like let's talk concealer video, so you know, go check those out, you know, if you're interested. But this video is a video that I've been like meaning to do for like literally like a whole week, and I just like have not had the energy to do it. And I was also trying to like hurry up and like read some other books. But this is my July reading update. So I didn't get to finish all the books that were like a part of my June like reading like series or whatever, but I do want to talk about the two that I did finish. So the first one is The Mastery of Love, and this is by Don Miguel Ruiz. It's a wisdom book, and I feel like the book was like a really good read for me. Like, it feels like I know how to like better navigate like all the different type of relationships like in my life. And I just say, like, if you're gonna read this book, like, you know, read it with an open mind. Don't take everything like literally or personal. Like, some of the stuff like I agree with, some of the stuff I'm like maybe not, but I feel like, you know, this is just like a book that kind of like, you know, explains like how, you know, we, you know, act as humans and stuff, you know, when it comes to love and whatnot, and like what can help us, you know, move on and like have more peace, you know, if we've been through like relationships or like different type of like, because relationships aren't just like romantic, they're platonic, they're familial, they're like so many different types of relationships. But I feel like this is really a good read for me, because some of the things that he talked about doing in the book, I will be doing them moving forward, because, you know, I'm trying to have the most peace in my life, and I want to have I just want to have good love. Like, I don't want no love that's like chaotic or dramatic or like just toxic. Like, and I feel like some of the stuff that he talked about in this book, I feel like it was just kind of funny to like finally be reading this, because I got this back at like McKay's bookstore like in Nashville, like, and I got this like in 2022. So it's been a minute. Like, I literally like read like a couple pages like one day, and then like I just stopped reading it for a little while. It's just funny to read this at this time, because I feel like if I read this back when I originally got it, like, I don't know if I would have been able to like really like understand all the like lessons and stuff that he's talking about. So, you know, I recommend this book. Also, trigger warning, if you don't want to read anything about grape, then I don't know if you should read this. I mean, it's like maybe like 3 pages about it, and he doesn't go into like detail about anything, but there's some stuff that I'm just like, when it comes to like what he said, but like I feel like, you know, there are certain parts of the book that like were actually like beneficial and stuff. So, you know, if you're interested in, you know, just reading this, you know, it wasn't a bad read. I like, once I like actually started reading it for real, it probably took me like 3 days to finish it. It is like 200 some pages, and then it has like prayers at the back or like at the end of the book. So yeah, so that was like the book that I literally just finished reading like a couple days ago. But this was the book that like I finished reading first, and this is Talia Hibbert's Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. This is the cutest book. Like, I don't know, it just made me like happy to read like a little romance book that was actually like positive, you know. And I don't know, I feel like if you love like romance books, this is probably, you know, a book you should check out. Once I like got back to reading it, because I forgot where I was in the book. I wasn't even like halfway like in the book, I think, when I started like in July again, but I finished it in like a couple days, like maybe like 2 or like 3, I can't remember, but like this was like a couple weeks ago. But it had me hooked. Like, I was very intrigued, and like I just love like the story writing. It's easy to read, and I'm interested, like, you know, in her other books, so I might be checking them out. So I want to talk about one of the books that like I didn't get to finish. So this is You Are Only Just Beginning, and for me, this is really a book that I'm taking like for inspiration for like the comic books and like zines that I'm working on right now. And I'm still like flipping through just to like look at the different pages, but I just want to like see how she like organizes like, or just like creates like these illustrations. So like a lot of them have like background, and then like there's like text. So like I've been wanting to do that like with like poems and stuff that I've been writing. So yeah, I feel like this is actually going to be like a really good book to read, because like it's actually like a meaningful book. But like right now I'm not finna read it, so like I'm just gonna like skim through it and like mark with like these sticky notes like the pages that like I like the inspo and like the layout of them, you know, just for inspiration for like the projects I'm working on, like I said. And then the other book that was like a part of my June reading list that I did not finish was Food for the Gods. This is The Search for the Original Tree of Knowledge, and I feel like this is going to be a really good book. Like, it's not a book that's going to take me like a couple days to read, like, because this is like for real, like a lot of information, and like I'm just really intrigued, because I read up to, well, I read the introduction, and like now I'm on like chapter 1. So yeah, but like I feel like I'm liking where it's going. Like, I'm trying to like remember everything that I was reading because I read it like forever ago, and like I haven't like picked it up again. But I feel like, you know, it just talks about, you know, certain drugs and stuff, and just like the relationship with them, and talks about other stuff too. But I would definitely be updating y'all whenever I like start reading it again. That was all the books that I actually were supposed to be reading in July. This may take me a month or two to read, especially with school starting back up, but I will definitely update y'all like I said. And then I want to add 2 more books to like my reading list. So this is this is the Escape from Mr. Limoncello's Library. It's a kid's book, and I'm literally like about halfway done, and I started this book like months ago, and I have not picked it up in months. But just in case you don't know, I generally want to write like children's books. Like, I want to illustrate children's books. Like, I want to write my own. I want to do like comics. I want to do so many different things. So for me, I feel like it's really important to see how they write certain stories, because I would love to create, you know, I've just had this idea in my head of creating like a supernatural like kids book and stuff, because, you know, I feel like I was always a like spiritual girly even growing up. Like, I don't think I necessarily understood some stuff, because like I was always intrigued in like all the different religions and stuff, and like the spiritual practices of different countries and regions and just people in general. So I want to like be able to create something like, you know, that I feel like I would have loved to read, like would be like interesting for me when I was like younger and stuff. But yeah, this book will probably not take me that long to like finish reading, if we're being honest. But this is on my July reading list along with Food the Gods. And the other book that I'm adding to my July reading list is Almost There, A Twisted Tale by Farrah Rashan. I think that's how you say her last name. I'm literally on page like 12, and this is a pretty thick book, but I just want to go ahead and get it started, because I do want to do like maybe like a book review, or like just talking about different books, like spooky-ish books for like October. And it's July, and it's just like, knowing myself, it's gonna take me a little minute to read this book. So I just want to go ahead and get started again, because I feel like it would actually be interesting. Like, I love like, you know, supernatural like witchy stuff, and I feel like, you know, the mysticism and like Princess and the Frog is already pretty interesting. So for this to be kind of like, you know, a little spookier, like not like, you know, the like Disney movie, like they for real about that, I'm excited to read it. Like, I'll definitely be updating you on how I like this book. I already know I'm like it, but you know, we'll do a check-in for August. And yeah, I just want to, you know, show y'all the books, like, and just like give y'all an update, because I actually love reading, and like I'm really trying to make it like a thing that I do. But I need to like balance it out for me personally, like having like, you know, fiction books or like books for fun, and also like, you know, reading books that are like knowledgeable, or that contain like, you know, really important like knowledge and stuff, because I'm trying to learn about different things. And I feel like, you know, they always say, you know, if you stop learning, like, you know, kind of like you stop growing or whatever. But you know, I'm just trying to get back with reading and actually be consistent with it, because my bookshelf, I have so many books that I've recently got that like I haven't even started reading yet, but I can't start reading them until like I read some of the other books that I've been, you know, supposed to be reading for like the last year or two. But anyways, I appreciate y'all for watching this video. If y'all want me to like check out any certain books, like please let me know. If y'all want to see like a bookstore, because I have like books like on a different bookshelf, and then like I have like a whole bookshelf over here. So, you know, we can talk about that. And plus, I really want to go book shopping. Like, I want to go to Barnes and Nobles, just because like that's the only bookshop like I can think of like in the city. But maybe there are some indie ones. So if there's some indie ones in Memphis, I'll definitely do like a little vlog and stuff, because I love getting books. Like, this just so fun, because I'm like, ooh, like I love just looking at the covers and stuff, because I've been literally like looking at the website for the last couple of years, and like trying to figure out like how much it would cost for me to like do my books and stuff. So like, this is really just, you know, helping future Ariel. That's how I look at it. But anyways, I appreciate y'all so much, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.